All right, today we're doing percent of change. Percent of change is the ratio of the change and the amount compared to the original amount. So what we do is we take the new number and we compare it to the original. If it's greater than the original, so let's say your original is 50, your new number is 70, then it's a percent increase. It got bigger. If the new number is smaller than the original, it's a decrease. All right, you need to write this down. All right, here's what you're going to see in your homework. And it's going to say, determine whether each percent of change is a percent of increase or decrease. Then find the percent of change. So what we look is we compare the final versus the original. Is this an increase or decrease? Increase. It's an increase because the final is larger than the original. So we would write percent increase. That's a percent sign. Sorry, it's hard to write. Okay. All right, and then what we do is we find the percent of change. Okay, we determine whether it's an increase or decrease. You'll state it, and then you find if it's a percent. Find what the percent change is. So what we do is we take the change over the original. How much did this change? 3. So what we do is we take the final minus the original, which is 3. Then we divide it by the original. Okay, and you set it up in a ratio just like this. 3 over 20 is equal to R over 100. Because percent is a number out of 100. So we cross multiply. 300 equals 20R. We divide by 20. Cancel out a 0. 30 divided by 2 is 15. R is 15%. It was a 15% increase. All right, we have original 25. We have a final of 17. Is this an increase or decrease? Decrease. So what we do is we find our change. How much does this change? So we take our original minus the final because it's a decrease. Okay, which that would be 8. Okay. So we have 8 over the original. 8 original is 25. So then we cross multiply. 8 times 100, which is 800, is equal to 25R. Then we divide both sides by 25. R goes into 800, or 25 goes into 800 32 times.
Yep, yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, because let's just do, I'm pretty sure it is, but we're going to do that. 25 goes into 80 how many times? 3. Then how many times does 25 go into 50? 2. So R is 32%, and it's a decrease. Right?
Yep.
Now we could do the final minus the original and get negative 8, and then this would be a negative percentage, but since I'm already stating it's a decrease, it doesn't matter. Alright, so there's my answer. Alright, write this down. Alright, so we have original 500, a final of 131. Original minus final is 369. Okay, our original is 500 over R over 100, so we cross multiply. 100 times 369 is 36900. 500R, we divide by 500. Okay, I can take 100 out of each of these, so I just get rid of zeros. 369 divided by 5, R is equal to 73.8%. There's my answer. This is a decrease.
I think I like this lesson. I know it's like
All right. Read this as I read it. Number of cruise ships increased 18% from 2000 to 2005. If there were 192 ships in 2005, how many ships were there in 2000? So what we need to do is we need to go backwards from where we started. All right, so this is what we do to set it up. Okay, we're going to do 192 minus, okay, our original, 192 minus the original. And we're going to put that over our original amount. Then it's going to be equal to 18 over 100 because it was 18%. So where R has been, now we replace that with 18 because we know our percentage. What we need to do is we need to find out O. So we cross multiply. We have 192 minus O times 100. It's equal to 18 O. Okay. Probably wouldn't be good to use O unless you know that's an O. Okay. It kind of looks like 180. C would be something else you could use. All right. So we distribute that out. Okay. 192 times 100 is 19,200 minus 100 O is still equal to 18 O. Then what we do is we try and get 100 O to the other side, so we plus 100. So then we have 19,200 is equal to 118 O. So then what we do is we divide by 118 to both sides. My O, my original amount, okay, is 163. So there were 163 cruise ships. All right, write this down. All right, it says the total of groceries was $28.62 before tax. This would be what, if you looked on your receipt at Walmart, they call a subtotal. If tax is $7.25 of the total sale, then what's the final cost? What we got to do is we got to find out how much the tax is going to cost us. So we take $28.62, we times it by 7.25%. All right. When we times by percentage, what we end up having to do, okay, we have to change a percent to a decimal. When you do that, you move the decimal 2 places to the left, so you're going to times by 0.0725. So 28.62 times 0.0725. All right, you will be allowed to use a calculator. All right, when you do that, you get 2.07. Actually 2.08. So what we do is add that to our subtotal. So 28.62 plus 2.008. So that will leave us with what? 30.70. And it's dollars, so make sure you write the dollar sign. There's your answer. Any questions?
I got 30.70.
If George pays $85 a month for insurance, all right, how much will he pay if he is given a discount 20%? So a discount, all right, that's a percentage amount off of the amount. Taxes we add, discounts we take off. So what we do is we have to find out what 20% of $85 is. So we take 85 times 0.2. Remember, you moved the decimal 2 places. So 85 times 0.2, you get 17. So it's a discount. So what we do is we take 85 minus 17, which is $68. So that's how much he will pay after a 20% discount. Here's your assignment.